Hey everyone. All right, on this video, we're going to work on the header of our site as well as the footer. So we're on our home page. Let's go to customize. Okay, and once this loads, so I want to work on this menu right now. And I could work on it right here in the customizer. I like to go into the admin area and go to appearance and menus to do the first menu, just so I'm sure that it contains everything that I want. We're going to start by creating our first menu, even though there's one here. This is just a sample menu that comes with Cadence when you start off. So we're going to make a custom menu, and this one I'm going to call it the primary menu. Okay, and display location is going to be primary. Would be this menu right here would be the primary menu. And I'm going to click create menu. So now you check out manage locations primary menu. That's the location. You also have an opportunity to make a secondary menu, a mobile menu, and a footer menu. All right, so we're going to be on primary menu. All right, so go back to edit. And so right now it's showing my most recent pages. I'm going to go to view all, and I want to add on my menu, I want to put a home page and my blog. So I'm going to click on add to menu. And for right now, that's really all I have to do. Always click save menu before you leave this page. So now when I come out here and I refresh my page, here's my menu, home and blog. Now, if I had another page, say I have an about me page or a contact page, those would show up on here and I would just add them in as I need them. I can also add my categories. I could do, say I did all these categories and add them to my menu, and then under blog, I can pull these in to be submenus. So this is a great thing to do because it keeps your menu nice and clean, but it also has everything that people need to navigate on your site. So if I click Save Menu, okay, and then I go back here and refresh, okay, now you can see that there's a little drop-down arrow, and I can click on any one of these and go to right to the blog post or the category of blogs that is under activities. So if I had 10 activities blog posts, they would all show up here automatically. Okay, and you can do that. I clicked on just blog, I get everything. If I click on a category, I get just the blog posts that are in that category. So this is really useful for people to navigate your site. So I'm going to leave it like that. And once I do my about me page or whatever else I'm going to add to this, I will just keep adding them to my primary menu and always remember to save. Okay, so now if we go down to our footer, and you can see that we get this little builder down here for the footer. So right now, the only thing in the footer, if I hide this, is this copyright area. So if you click back on here, you can change that if you'd like. If you want to take out the theme credit and add in, you can put anything in here. Designed by Diane. Okay, and then you'll see that that will show up down here. It has, so this has the copyright, and when it's in these brackets like that, that means that that will auto update. So every year, the copyright symbol and the year will auto update. If I change my site title, that will also auto update right here. And you can, align the content any way you want. And you can also add other things down here. So now, suppose I have legal pages, which every blog should have. You can add a widget, or actually, we're going to add a footer navigation. Okay, so that's right here. And in that footer navigation, we're going to change that menu to be a footer menu. So we're going to click on create a new menu. We're going to call the new menu footer menu. And what we're going to do is add pages again, just like we did in the back end of the site. Now, I don't have any legal pages on here right now. So what you would do would be you would search, you would make your legal pages, and then you would search for them here, and you would add them to your footer menu. Okay. So let's see what else we can add down here. Let's go back to footer. We can add social buttons down here. You can either click down here and add social, or you can take one of these and drag it in there. And then you click on the little gear and you can call it follow me. You see how that shows up right there automatically. And so you have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you don't have a Twitter, you can remove it, or you can add a social, and they have a ton of them. There's TikTok and all the others. You can say to show the label, so that would add the name of the site, or you can just have the icons. You can play with the spacing. And then on the bottom here, it says set social links. So I think a lot of people forget to do that, and they just add these on, because I've been on sites before we click on that and it doesn't go anywhere because these are not linked anywhere. So you would add your social network link in here. You put the URL in here, and then that makes these clickable. Okay. And another thing you can add in your footer is if you want to put your logo here, what you would do would be to throw in a widget, click on the gear, and yep, say got it. And you would add an image here, just like you would when you're working on a post. So you'd add an image, you'd select it, and look for your logo. And you can see I've thrown that in there. See if it's easy enough to make it smaller. Let's see. It's not a good way to size it. Let's see if we can just grab it there. Okay, we can. Just grab it on the size. Well, it's not getting smaller in here. So what I would do would be to upload another logo and just have a smaller size. And then you can see that now these are all kind of all over the place. So you might want to put them all on one line. So let's move the social down like this, and the footer nav down like so. And here is what it's going to look like. And, I'm not really happy with this. Content align. All right, you can do a vertical align. I'm on the social one now. Content align, I can align it in the middle, do a vertical align, or bottom. I kind of like that middle align like that. And as I said, you can make this much smaller. So, and you can also add in color in the background. Um, so if you click, I'm clicking on the row that all this information is in. And if you go to design and middle row background, here's a place where you can add a color. So that kind of pulls everything together. And now you can see that this is on a different line. So if you want a different color down there for that background, you can do that. Make that blue. Okay, so it's up to you. The top line doesn't have anything in it, so even if I put a color in there, it's not going to show up because there's nothing in it. So that gets you going with your footer. Another thing I like to do up here in the top, in the header, is to add a a button or something that will take people to my Facebook group. So I have that important and up on the top. I know there's links down here, but I like to have them up here where people can really see them. So if we go back up here, say in the middle, if you click, it will tell you the things that you can put in this top header. And they have social, so we could do that again. Or we could add a button, and if we click on the gear, the label could be join my Facebook group. And you would add the URL of your Facebook group right here. You'd probably want it to open in a new tab. And let's see, you can do different colors. You can do an outline of the button, or you can fill it. You want it visible to everyone. And if you click on design here, you can make it a large button or a medium button. You can change the colors. Right now, this is picking up my default global colors. So you can see when I hover over it, it turns green. You can change the background colors. You can add borders. You can do a border radius. Yeah, see now it gets rounder if you do a radius. It rounds the edges, which is nice. But you have control over what you can do here. And you also have other widgets that you can add. If you wanted to add a secondary navigation, you can do that right here. And you see, I haven't set it up yet to what I want it to be, but maybe you might want to have people, if they have accounts with you, you might want to put their account login up there. And we can move this over, put it over on that side. And here's where we can put a background color in there. So it kind of sets it off. Okay, and this all looks nice and neat, and it kind of separates out these things from your main navigation. So you need to play around with that, figure out what you want to have up here. And maybe I want this button to be up in my secondary nav up here. Okay, and I might want to change the background color. But it's up to you, and you just keep doing what you think looks good. And there's plenty of other widgets that you can add up there. I wouldn't go crazy. You can add a search bar. Let's see. Make the search bar show up. Search label, it needs a label to show up. So I'm just going to call it search and add an icon. And I don't know why it's not showing yet, but let's see. Make the icon bigger. No. Search background, it might need a color. There we go. Okay, so the search colors were not set properly. So you got to give everything a color, give it a background. So now you can see that there's a search bar. So whatever looks good to you and whatever you think your people will need, that's what you're going to add up there. Okay, so I hope this helps. So go to your blog now, your new site, and see if you can add some stuff to your header and your footer. Keep your navigation in mind. You want people to be able to find things easily. Okay, so just keep that in mind. You need to guide people through your site. You want them to be able to find what they came here looking for, so they'll stay on your page, and that will help you in search engine optimization and get you seen by Google if people spend time on your page, and that's the whole point. So thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.